Hello and welcome to Share Sync, the Share Sync podcast, a series that we're doing with various schools and academies, and we're here today. My name's Esme.
My name's Spencer.
I'm Chloe. Rose.
I'm Richard.
I'm Ben.
And welcome. So, Spencer, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, well, we've already had a bit of a brainstorm of some things that we want to, well, they want to talk about. I don't want to talk about them, but they do.
Okay.
And we've been having a bit of a chat about kind of old stuff, haven't we?
Well, you think it's old.
Well, because it is, clearly. And we had a question. There's a question for you, actually, as well.
Oh,
Esme.
no.
Yeah,
Put me
sorry.
on the spot
Sorry, I
on
am.
the podcast.
Is who, and everyone else as well, who doesn't like Metallica?
Wow, I already know one person.
Who doesn't?
Oh, come on.
You got to say
Who doesn't?
Oh, come
Richard
on.
over there.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Well done,
goodness
Mr.
me.
Edwards. Well
It's
done.
because he's too young.
Too young?
Yeah.
Too young.
Yeah.
Do you like Metallica? Esme?
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
listen to it daily. And
Do you?
Oh my gosh.
You don't, do you?
I
You
know,
don't?
I'm trying really hard. And this is a podcast as well, so you can see it on my face.
Because what we talked about a little bit
Yeah.
was kind of started with the idea about anything over 20 years old is ancient media.
No.
That was quoted
Ancient.
by Richie over there.
Yeah.
What? Because
You did say that.
that is theoretically true, though, if you think about it.
Okay. Carry on.
Like what?
Like, some films that are over 20 years old can have outdated, like, stuff within that would not be accepted in today's society.
Yeah.
Would that be like the graphics or?
Some, maybe the graphics, but also some, like, the content with, like, stereotypes and stuff like that.
And can you
That's a
think of
good
any examples, or the ones with the graphics that are maybe not a bit outdated?
Maybe, like, PS1 graphics with,
Yeah.
with Hagrid's face.
Oh yeah, and Harry Potter, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, like the games, like on PlayStation and things like that, and films as
Yeah.
well.
But yeah, also with Jaws and the mechanical shark, you can see like the rubber teeth fold in and stuff. So nowadays that won't happen because it's CGI.
And then you have the baby in Twilight.
Yeah.
which
Oh,
looks
that
a
was
bit
bad
creepy.
graphics.
Hang on.
That was
I gotta
bad.
see
I've
that.
got to stop. Twilight is ancient media.
I've got to see the baby
It's
in
not,
Twilight.
because it came. The movies aren't. Maybe
Yeah.
the books probably might be, but the movies aren't. Like the first movie came out in 2008.
Mhm.
Like it's not that old.
Okay. So why is it at the minute that I keep seeing like old, well, I wouldn't call it old, but older stuff like bands and stuff kind of re-emerge? You know, you've got the, which we talked a bit about, like Linkin Park, Oasis coming back, dominating the media. Is that old?
It could be because of Generation Z actually being more fond of the 80s, just because of the more consistent culture.
Right. So Generation Z thinks that this stuff is cool.
It's just like because of more consistency within that culture.
More consistency.
Yeah, like the trends were more consistent, things didn't change as often, and it's led to a rise in 80s
Plus,
music
the
being
music's
sold.
better.
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay, I'll give it, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I'll have that.
So you think the music's better from
But then,
when's then, like the 80s?
like
90s?
yeah, 80s
Yeah.
music is good music. You've got
Yeah.
bands like Blondie and Wham and all of that.
Who the heck is Blondie?
Oh, right. This is something that we need
Just shut
to.
up over there. Listen to that there. Who
We'll
the
play
hell
some in
is
the edit.
Blondie?
We'll do a
Right.
segue in on the edit, and we'll play some.
But why is it? So you've got the, you know, because you've got, well, we talked about Linkin Park, you've got Oasis
Yeah.
reforming, and that's been in the media quite a bit as well about the ticket prices and the way, you know, for their actual gigs. Why
Yeah.
are they so expensive?
Right. So I'm gonna say like what I told you.
Yeah.
Back in the 1990s when Kurt Cobain was still alive, he said that the prices for Nirvana tickets were about $20 or
Yeah.
£20, whatever. And he said that the price to go and see Madonna was in the hundreds of dollars and whatever. So I don't think that it's really the band. I think it's more that prices are rising and more people want to go and see it, so they up the prices of it. Because small venues normally have smaller
Yeah.
prices. So like bigger venues like London venues will have about £400 plus.
Right.
So I guess it kind of depends on how big the band is.
Yeah.
Because if you're quite popular, like Oasis was, and I guess still is, the prices are quite huge. So
I'm going to throw something out there. Maybe it's for everyone as well. Maybe I'm talking a load of rubbish when I say this. Is the reason why ticket prices are so expensive is because Gen Z don't buy their music anymore?
I don't think I'm not sure about that one, because people, like Chloe was saying, people still like to go back to like the 80s,
Yeah.
and that would include all like your vinyl records, your CDs and
Yeah,
cassettes.
'cause
Yeah.
vinyls
Vinyls are coming.
costing a lot more than they would when
Yeah.
they were first released now.
Do any of
because
you guys
it's
buy
popular.
vinyl?
Yeah,
I
I
buy
do.
CD.
I
You
buy
buy
vinyl.
CDs?
I buy CDs.
How about for anyone else? Do you buy music? Do you buy physical music, or do you just stream it?
Yeah,
I'll just do
people
this
stream
stream.
it as well.
What do you do? Do you buy it or stream it? Stream it. Stream it.
Yeah.
Stream it. Yeah.
Like Spotify, Apple Music, stream, YouTube.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
that could be a thing as to why the prices are rising
Yeah.
for gigs, because obviously people don't need to pay really for Spotify unless you've got a premium package. You can see them live, but it'll cost you a lot more
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
them off YouTube and stuff.
And I guess as well, because a lot more people see streaming as convenient now, so they're going to up the prices for concerts because there's going to be very few people going to them. So for the few that are going, the prices are going to cost a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing I notice as well is the kind of ancient. I'm going to call it ancient media. I don't care. Ancient media, ancient music as well. Recently,
Yeah.
popping up a lot
Right.
in in the more contemporary like movies and anything. I tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of, like Deadpool with like
Yeah.
Madonna, like a virgin.
NSYNC.
Stranger
Green
Things.
Day,
NSYNC.
Avril Lavigne.
NSYNC.
Avril Lavigne, we spoke
Yeah.
about Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, and look at
Yeah.
Stranger Things with all the Kate Bush and
Metallica.
there we go, we're back to
Master of
Metallica.
Puppets.
Metallica, but it's popping up in all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's good because
Yeah.
people who are watching these might be younger, so younger audiences will get to hear these songs and go, "Oh, I really like it." Obviously, like Bye 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 probably shot up with the ratings for the song and stuff.
Yeah,
So that Justin Timberlake has probably had a massive payday because younger people have been streaming the song on TikTok, YouTube, all of that jazz. So kind of brings back old songs.
I know, but what about new music? What about the stuff now? What's going on?
about it?
Do people like Taylor?
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, he said Taylor
I'm
who?
sorry.
And then-
Taylor?
No.
No one.
No,
No, one
No,
in this
thank
room,
you.
No.
I don't know anybody, but
That's very
Never
good.
met
It's
Swiftie.
deadly quiet.
Not a fan.
No, not a fan.
Deadly quiet. But look, all this new older music and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wonder,
It's being produced quite quickly, isn't it, through
Yes.
technology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think about that, Ben? Especially, you mentioned you've got your radio show as well.
Yeah.
So do you find that technology has really advanced the way that we create songs, playlists, music, podcasts, for example?
Yeah. You definitely find it like quicker nowadays, but I think also with the quickness, there's more skill that needs to be known because you have to learn how to use a specific platform or program to get things through. But like back in the day, you just got in a studio, someone knew how to use it, and then you just recorded it on cassette. But now you're an individual who has to learn that skill of producing music.
Absolutely. And do you think all of us, and out in the room as well for our audience, do you think, especially in the media industry right now, you have to be a bit of everything? You need to be a videographer, a photographer, doing behind the scenes. So we've got some of our ladies at the back there did some of our behind the scenes footage of the setup today. You have to be a bit of everything, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I
especially as
guess.
there was an influx in podcast production, a lot of people were doing them themselves. They were learning how to record or
In their bedrooms.
yeah,
And-
because there was a massive influx in people listening to them.
Yeah.
So people created their own,
Yeah.
and they've had to learn the skills themselves because they are not professionals to begin with.
That was a very professional question. I like it.
Oh,
Esme, very good.
thank
Very
you.
good. I'm going to end with a stupid question.
I'll go for it. And again.
Has anyone watched the Minecraft trailer?
Yep.
Yeah.
Has anyone watched that?
It's
Yeah,
so
it's
hysterically
super
terrible that I hope it is actually kind of good.
Is it me or does it look like the worst thing you've ever laid your
Yes.
eyes
Oh,
on?
it does.
It just gives Shark Tale charm, but not quite.
I think it looks cursed.
There,
They're sort
there- there are things that aren't supposed to be made, and probably the Minecraft movie.
They're
is
relating
one
it
of them.
to Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog movie as well.
No.
How that sort of went through really bad, but then
That
they
does
sort of
make
got
sense.
the fans
but
to
I guess
get
'cause they did
make it
Sonic,
better.
Mario, they thought it was gonna work.
Well, they
and-
should do
Mario
something.
Mario
It's
did
really bad.
work.
It's fun.
because they tried to put a cartoon character into a real world. However, with the Minecraft movie, they've gone for a real person in a character world, and I personally don't think that really works because you can't. It doesn't look like you're sort of interacting with things. It just sort of looks a bit fake.
Should have just CGI'd them all.
I actually heard that somebody thought that it was like a newer version of Jumanji.
Really?
Because
Just-
you've got
no,
like
it
the
doesn't-
the
no.
fantasy world, and then you've got the real people in it. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like
at
they're
least with Jumanji, the world at least looks real though.
Plus,
yeah.
plus Jumanji was funny, like good quality film.
Are you talking about Jumanji, the original? Because this is quite
Yeah.
interesting in terms of the remix as well. Everything's been remixed. So Jumanji.
Like the 2010s remakes of Jumanji with like
Oh,
The Rock in it,
2010.
with The Rock in it, and
okay.
Kevin
Anything
Hart.
before 2010 is
Oh, sorry.
ancient.
Oh, sorry.
Not cool.
It's
Not
ancient.
always.
It's ancient. But no, a very good point there about the Sonic. Is
Yeah.
well, the reason I ask you, because maybe this podcast will go out a bit late, once the furore over the trailers died down. But then again, about how the audience reaction, you think about when
Yeah.
Sonic was
Yeah.
released, and the audience had a huge reaction online, and they changed it,
Yes.
didn't they? I mean, a big, huge media organisation were forced to backtrack and
Yeah.
completely redo.
Yeah, but that first one.
And it
was
paid
like-
off.
And then the audience came. But then, it's interesting whether, I wonder sometimes whether the big corporations release things deliberately
Yeah.
to get negative
That
results.
what I
does
was
seem
thinking.
feasible.
That's
what I was
So
thinking.
mean,
they
it's an
release it because
idea.
it gets the reaction.
Could be
and then
some below
people
the line
talking.
marketing.
Yeah, they're trying to sort of get it trending.
Yeah.
But-
and then the audience, they
Yeah.
participate in the making of the media
And
because
they-
that's what,
yeah.
Mm.
And then they feel like they've done something for that movie,
That's
so
right,
they're
and
more
then
than
go watch
likely
it.
to buy a ticket for it.
Exactly.
But
That's really smart.
yeah,
Just a
It's the
thought.
incentive.
Mm.
Shall we leave you on that thought for today's episode of Share Sync? Thank you again. I've been
Well done, Esme.
Oh,
You've
thank
done a
you.
fantastic job
You're
of keeping it all in
Indeed.
order
No, no.
amongst this bunch here.
Keeping it to time. Thank you so much. Rugby Free Secondary School. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. So
Cheers, guys.
we've got
Rose.
Chloe.
Ben.
Richard.
And everybody else here as
and
well.
everyone else in the
else.
audience here as well today. So thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Share Sync.
Thank you.